Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Mike and I are here.
This game sucks. Okay.
We've added quite a lot since we saw you last time. We've also deleted some things. First of all, I was having massive frame rate issues over here with the engine houses. Having all the engines parked up here caused a big problem with frame rates. So I've moved off a Heisler and the Eureka to the logging camp because those are going to work the logging camp anyway. And you can see over to the right there, the Climax is getting ready to go down to the smelter. But we've added a bunch of new tracks. Jurassic has done a really nice job in the back redoing the tracks. Tractorman, yeah. So we're going to take a look at that. And then we've also added, if you can see off in the Sawmill there, all along that back stretch of mountain, you can see track. What we've done is we have a mogul here in the house, and we're going to pull 8-car trains of lumber back that way and around the mountain, and we'll take you on that route today. And it goes back behind there and goes down past the smelter, past the waterfall, and all the way back. It will end up going back to the coal mine. Right now it meets the other train. The idea is that we'll take 8 cars of lumber over by the smelter, above it by the waterfalls. We have a yard that I've put in there. Local trains from the smelter are going to bring up the parts that the coal mine needs to operate and leave them in a yard there. As we pass that waterfall, we'll add 8 more cars with iron ore onto the back of the mogul for 16 cars total. And that mogul will continue its journey to the coal mine and deliver all the products to the coal mine. So that's the idea. We may, because is the coal mine up high, Micah, like on a ridge, or can we get to it pretty easily? I don't remember.
It's similar to the iron ore mine. It's on its own little ridge, but there's such a long way to get there that it shouldn't be too hard.
Like a 1.5% grade or something that we should be able to...
Oh gosh, yeah, you could do that easy, all the way there.
Okay, so we should be able to get the trains to go up in one fell swoop. So that's the idea, is to run this train around the back, pick up cars over there, and then head on up. And then as it comes back, it'll leave empties in that yard again, and the local can take it down to the smelter, and we'll bring the empty lumber cars back here and fill them up and redo the trip. So right now we've got our cordwood train, we've got the logging train, the log train for the sawmill. We've got the boards and beams that go up this way. We got a Heisler here for that, to take them up to the iron ore mine. And so that should cover everything that we need. And then, of course, we're going to take this Climax is going to go down now to be the coal ore train. Like, we're going to pull those ore cars. Not the coal train, but the ore train. To pull the ore cars up and down the mountainside. So let's go check that out. Come on, Mr. Micah. Let's take a Heisler ride and see what Jurassic has done. The terrible things he's done to our track. It's actually pretty nice, I will say.
So you're going to back up and then go behind you're going to go that way, right?
Yeah, we're just backing the whole way. Yep.
Okay. No, I mean, you're going to pull forward and go through the sawmill area to go around the tracks?
No, we'll go back to that in a minute. We're going to go down and see what he did first, and then we'll come back. So.
Okay.
All right, so hop on to the Climax or check the switches.
I'm checking switches. We're heading down, right?
Heading down. We're going down. All right, so I will catch you guys once we get down to the mine, and we'll check out the new section of track. You guys have seen all this already many times. There's our cordwood line going over to the mine, and or to the logging camp, and now we're going to the smelter. Okay, so we are pulling into the smelter, and it's looking nice and same as always. So we're going to grab these ore cars and run them up.
Uh-oh, we're facing the wrong direction.
That's all right. This engine can go either way. And you can see here, it looks like he's planning on doing a yard or something down here, and I would like that. I feel like we should take this engine and park it down here in a shed, and then like no, it's already set. Let's check these cars. The cars are not together, so we're gonna have to push them together. So I guess turn all the brakes off, Micah, and I'll work on the pins. Only the last car should have brakes on. And the last car has brakes on. And so what we're going to do is this I'd like to have an engine house here, and probably one or two more side tracks, so that we can put our look how nice and how did he run it this? Oh, you must have just used the straight tool. But we can run a second track here. One will have coal cars and one will have an 8-car product train, and this engine will pull, like, go back over there, fill up, and then take these iron products up the hill to meet our yard, like where our train's going to come in. So let's see what he's done. I haven't been on this track yet, so we'll see if it's usable. I know he hadn't said it was open yet or not, but it looks like it's done, so I'm going to assume that he got it finished. You know what they say when you assume? You make a donkey of everybody. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, he did. Look at Mr. Mike. I forgot. I got my wingman with me today. So I'm just going to plop all these cars together, Micah, and then you can walk back and fasten them because they're all separate. Except for
no, they're not. Hold on.
Maybe those two.
There's no link between these two cars.
Okay. So
we need to separate them.
Okay, so separate.
Give it a good push, and I'll link it. Oh, that didn't do it. Huh.
All right, we'll have to let's just put them all together, and then we'll manually do the ones we can't do. This engine accelerates so quickly when you get on the throttle.
Ah, dang it!
Was it close?
I almost had it, and now I'm stuck in the train again.
I got one. This has been a common occurrence for Mr. Micah all day.
No, wait. If you could just back this car up so I can get free.
Yep. Poor Micah. He's been face carring all day.
There we go. I'm out. Okay. Okay. Now you can back that one up.
Or forward it up.
Yeah. Okay, that one's good.
So this engine will live down here.
This one's good.
And once again, one of the reasons we're doing that is because of the issues that we've had with the frame rates and too many engines. So it seems like about 3 is the most that you can have in an area before you start having frame rate issues. I don't know if there's something they'll fix.
Okay, go ahead and back up.
All right.
Whenever you want, if they're all good.
All right.
The last car still has its brakes on. Oh, good.
All right. Turn them brakes off.
All right, we're good.
All right, we're going to go up the mountain. Are you ready? So,
Yep.
Once again, this is Jurassic Park, also known as Tractorman, who's laid this whole section of rails. His goal was to keep it, I believe, under 2%, maybe 2.5, which it looks like he did. To make it a little easier for the engines to work.
Did he clear the trees?
I think so. From what I saw, he did, yes. So we used to go over there with our loop, but he wanted a more gradual turn because he kept derailing. And looking into the future in multiplayer, definitely we need to think about that because, like, there's lots of curves that I don't derail on, but that it derails other people. So, you know, that's definitely a consideration that we have to think about. Look at head out mode. All right, so I'm going to have to get back on the throttle a little bit.
You having a hard time?
Nah, I'm only at 23%.
Oh, okay. It sounds like the Climax is dying.
Yeah. See, now these curves to me look like they're more than 2%. These look like a 5%.
I don't know.
But as long as this engine can pull these cars up, that's the one requirement.
The only thing I can say is I'd hate to fall off of this thing. You wouldn't be able to get the train back on the rails, the track.
It is very nicely done, though.
That's close.
Is it close?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
The
it, though.
beam goes right through the part of the track a little bit.
So a pretty ingenious solution. It's like a Tehachapi loop, but it's like a Tehachapi double loop. And there are places I know, mostly they do these inside the mountains. So like the Canadian Pacific has a stretch of track through, I believe it's the Canadian Rockies, the Cascades, where they are actually, not the Rockies, the Cascades, where they actually have like a double up and down loop like this. And most of it happens inside of a mountain. You don't see it. The train goes into the mountain at one level and comes out at another. Nice view of the waterfall, though. And so far, no issues at all pulling the train up. And once again, back there's our new line. But this is a pretty elegant solution to our problem of getting down into the valley and yet keeping it wide, the curves wide enough that it won't derail multiplayer trains. And you'll see up here, and we'll go through this again towards the end of this video. We've got on the left-hand side, you're going to see a second line coming in. That is our line from the Sawmill, so that Mogul train with the Sawmill cars will come through here. And you'll see I've made some crossovers for this engine. And actually, Micah, we got to check in. We want to stay to the right. I think that's how I left it, but we'll see the track here coming up. But this train will bring stuff up from the mill. Yes, it's going the wrong way. Can you throw that switch, Mr. Micah? So that's the switch over right there. We can go into our, yeah, we're going to keep going straight here, but if we wanted to, we could go to the left. If we had that load of iron beams for the coal mine, we could go to the left, and there's a little yard over there, and we could just drop that into the yard and then come back over here and head back down to the, with the empties, back down to the mill. So, or to the mine. What do you think, Mr. Micah?
Huh? This looks great.
Do you think that idea is going to work? There's our yard over there through the trees. I almost made a connector track back to here from that yard over there.
We're going to the right. Is that all right, or you want to go left?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It's just a passing track. But you can see here, I almost rejoined it in this area, but I decided not to. You see where I cut the trees out. So Jurassic did a real nice job here. I'm pretty impressed with how this came out. Looks nice. And over on the other side is our other line snaking its way up the valley. Sweet. All right, so you guys have seen, well, we'll go through this section. Wasn't that nice to have that nice little double track there? If we do end up running 2 trains, we can have one wait here till the other one passes.
Yeah. I was wondering, I was thinking, is this going to be double all the way? I was like, I don't think I'm going to fit, is it?
Yeah, it gets pretty narrow up here. Oh. We've obviously increased our altitude a little bit here. And there's our old line there, and that still runs for bringing materials up to our iron ore mine. Now, once again, the coal mine that we'll be servicing is on the other side of these mountains. And so that line that you saw where the other line ran off to the left, that's going to head out that way. The coal mine's pretty much like on the opposite side of this mountain back over here. Pretty good distance. At least this far, if not further, on the other side. So, anyway, but Jurassic did a great job, and it looks like he's finished up. I wasn't sure if he had or not, but he's made these tracks nice and smooth and really made it easy for the train to get up them with a lesser percentage grade than we had before. So, should make for smooth sailing up the hill. What a nice view. And I think all of the rest of this, is this all our stuff, Micah? I can't remember.
I don't know if, how much they got rid of, I don't know.
This is all curvy and stuff. I'm imagining this is probably our part. Because I never used the straight track tool.
Well, I do notice that Tractorman likes to use the steel, so I would assume if it's wood,
that it's our section.
And it's what you did, I think.
Yeah, so this is looking good.
I don't know.
He did a nice job. Am I allowed to be jealous? Yes.
Yeah.
And then this is definitely, we're back into our section here. So see that curve right there? That's not that's not a Tractorman curve. Zoinks.
Yeah, this is your stuff because I can tell you try to keep the tracks right in the middle.
Yep. So there are some places along our route that you'll see in a little bit that are not like that. And I got a couple places that still need some fixing. What I tried to do is wherever the bottoms of the roadbed came out, I tried to fill it in. So you'll see like 1 or 2 spots where we have wall on top of wall because we were so high up. It looks really cool, though. You'll actually see it's pretty neat. All right, so you guys have seen this section. I'm going to go ahead and we'll be back in a minute. We're gonna take this train, fill it up, and then roll it back down to the yard. And we will grab another train and come around the back. We're going to get the Mogul out, and we'll show you the other half of what we've done here on the far side of the layout back to that same train yard that we saw down there. So we'll be back to it in a few minutes. See you shortly. Just jump. It'll be okay. Goodbye. Just jump. Mr. Micah's jumping off the train. Just jump. It'll be okay. Mr. Micah needs to go set the switches. I am at 100% brakes. We found Betsy. She was up at the coal mine. We are slowly bringing this load down to the mill. Or the refinery. Smelter. Whatever it's freaking called. The smelter. Just because why not? We're up there. And then we're going to take Betsy. While we're going to leave number 88 here, Betsy is going to come back to the shop with us. And then we will have a tour on the Mogul. Because the Mogul is the train that we're going to use to run this route that you see off in the distance there. It's a pretty nice route.
Clear.
Toot, toot. Toot, toot, I was having a boot. He did a real nice job there. That was a very, very smooth transition. And we're already under control and under speed. Are you taking all the brakes off?
Yeah. I
Mr.
can't unload. You have to unload.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm broke.
Switch with me. Come switch with me. Try to get it onto the thing here. This will be thousands of dollars. No. This will be hundreds of dollars. You keep it rolling, Mr. Micah. That wasn't too bad of a pace.
Just want to make sure it's empty by the time it gets to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, looks like you missed one.
I know. Almost. Almost. I got it. All right. So let's see how much that income netted. Oh, yeah. $1,000 easy. All right. Back her up and we'll put her in the siding. Hang on a second, though. Hang on. No, hold on. No, actually, go ahead. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Do it. $3,600. I'm happy with that. So,
No.
yeah, well, it was $1,000 more than we had, or more, $1,500, I think, somewhere around there. Because I bought that caboose, so that was $500. So now we just need, I'm going to say about 16 more. Well, let's see, 18 more product cars. All right, you're almost clear. Start slowing. One car length, and you're clear. Come on back. Toodle peep, said Scarloey. Yeah, that train will fit in there really easy. And your engine's just going to stay in there with it, Micah. We'll keep the Climax parked down here. That's probably good right there.
Well, I want to keep the cars compressed.
Okay. I can't. You're going to run off the track. And, oh, wow, that was like right on the edge.
You mean it doesn't go high enough to stop the car?
No, he didn't make it that way.
Oh, I thought it was high enough to stop the car.
No,
so
it didn't.
You want me to back up a little bit?
No, you're fine. It didn't derail. It's good.
Okay.
So let me.
Reverse and reverse.
And you're all set. So let's go ahead and disconnect little bets. Does she have firewood and stuff? Oh, yeah, you did. Look at you. I'll get Betsy backed out. All right, folks, so we're going to head back up to the sawmill and get the mogul ready to show off. And then we'll be taking a ride down our nice line so you can see how that's going to all work out. But I am very happy with the way that this railroad is coming along, and we should be adding that coal to the industries pretty quick here. And then last but not least, we'll be doing the refineries. Now, we will have to have another, probably the same track. We have to figure out if the coal ore is going to go straight over to the refineries or if we're going to, like, pieces parts it.
How do you hold your eyes open for so long without blinking?
I can do magic. Whoa. Excuse me. All right, folks, we'll see you back there. Oh, and I never told anybody on the channel. I think we've been through this, but we have upped our engine power. We've got the Little Mac and Little Chuggy and Betsy. Since then, we've added 2 Heislers, a Climax, the City of Medina, which is a Mogul, and then Pretty Simone, which is a Eureka.
Right.
So we have several new engines that we've added in since the last time you guys saw us. I'm not sure how many of those got into gameplay. I think you guys saw up to the Climax, but we've added a bunch. You got to see the Climax today. That's probably the coolest one that we hadn't done before. But this is the Mogul, and Mogul's good for flatland running, not great for climbing, but it does do some climbing. You can pull 8 full cars up the same hills that the Heisler can. So the Climax has a little more tractive effort.
All right, go ahead and pull, and we'll see if anything comes apart.
Okay. It shouldn't, because I was moving these around a little bit earlier in the same session, so we should be okay.
All right. All the brakes are off.
All right. So what we need to do is we need to back out towards the logging camp.
Okay.
Go across the log track and then enter the mill from that side, like swing around the back of the mill so that the engine's going forward. Do you see what I'm saying? So we're going to pull out back all the way over to the far right track.
Okay.
And then back around like we're going to the logging camp, but not go to the logging camp, obviously. This, I think, might be my favorite engine. I don't know. The Heisler and the Climax are both awesome looking, too, because they're so weird looking. It's hard to say. This is I guess my favorite regular engine.
You know, you're getting choppy.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if this engine is the one that's causing the issues.
Maybe. Definitely when I look back at the yard, I'm still getting some frame rate issues, but we, once again, still have 4 locomotives here, so that's a large number of locomotives. Once we get out of the area, the choppiness stops. Is my internet getting choppy, you're saying?
No, just your voice.
Yeah, that's the internet. No, it's just my internet sucking. I'm just praying we can
3
get...
cars. 2 cars. 1 car. And you're good. Now look off to your right. You see that? Oh, you can't see the gap yet. Okay.
Oh, no, I saw the gap earlier. Yeah, I saw that.
I opened it up.
Yeah, I'm going
to...
We are going to make it a double track going that way. Wait, go. No, go this way. Yep.
So how far do you want me to stop you?
Well, we need to pull all the way past the sawmill, heading towards the logging camp, and then we'll reverse.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Or forward, really, not reverse. Oh, the connector's missing on this. Right? Oh, no, that's the big one. I'm used to the Eureka's little one. Yeah, so we want to go left.
And then we'll pull forward.
Yep, and then once we pass Handcart Junction, as we used to call it, we'll be good. And we'll pull forward through the sawmill, like around the back.
Okay, you're clear to pull all the way through.
All right. So what we're doing right now is we're taking these empties. These are going to be used for iron products coming out of the mill. So we're going to put this on the empties track up where we've been building, just so they're there when we start operations. These cars will be waiting up there. So that's why we're not pulling. We're not going to stop at the mill and load up because I don't have the tracks finished. up to the sawmill. So. Does this carry marker beacons? It looks like it does.
Yeah, on the back of the.
Well, I think on the front of the locomotive it does too. There's like two. No, nothing happens. There looks like there's like two stanchions for lights.
If you want me to throw that switch, I'll come back. But all you do is throw that one switch and you're clear.
Where are you right now?
Oh, okay. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Right there yet.
Yeah, I gotta go slow. This is a big engine. These are pretty tight curves.
So once you once I throw the switch, you're clear to go all the way through.
Yep, and then we're gonna go forward. Oh, all the way through. Okay, all right.
Yep.
So you can see back there, that's all of our new track working its way up, and we're about to head over there and take a nice ride up through the mountains. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna get that done here in a second. Don't go anywhere for the thrilling conclusion of our Railroads Online session, where we guys show you what we've been doing on the railroad. And once again, we're working towards getting the whole thing going, and then we'll have a nice, hopefully huge multiplayer session where everybody joins us and we can, see how all the industries work and how our railroad works.
To put these markers on.
Yeah, it's not working. And off we go. And once again, we're not going to fly through this. Look at that. Once again, there's the frame rate's good looking that way. I don't know. I removed a bunch of stuff, but it's still killing me. Oh, well. What are you going to do?
Just take it nice and easy.
Yeah, I love this engine. This is the only engine I've driven so far that you can actually see out of the cockpit.
Have you driven this on this track yet?
Nope.
Okay.
But I did take the Eureka back there.
Okay. We'll see if she makes it.
Yeah,
these are some of the tightest corners we have.
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah. All the other ones have been kind of worked out.
I mean, I've gone over these again, too, a couple times. This is about as worked out as I can get. But this curve right here is bad.
I'm thinking on my map, I might come from the other direction.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like, what? There's that big hill in front of it, too, though. That's the other hard part. All right, so we're through, and I'm going to start.
Are we loading up anything?
Nope.
We're not? Okay.
Nope. Now, unfortunately, right here, up until where you can see the relief in the tracks up there, we had to do a 3% grade coming out, which sucks because that means pretty much 8 cars is the limit. I hate doing 3% grades. Micah, do you want to close that firebox? Thank you, sir. And right here, now we're back on the 2%. So our 1.5. We did 1 to 1.5 for most of this grade. So we shouldn't have any issues. It should be smooth sailing. Also tried to keep the curve radiuses nice and open through here. But as you can see, since we got through the sawmill, that's really the hardest part that we needed to get through. So now we're just going to enjoy a ride on the new line there. And we're heading this way, slowly gaining altitude. And we continue to do so on the other side there. You can see as we come around here, we're just making a big loop. So what do you think so far, Mr. Micah?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, our lines keep getting better and better as we learn how to do this. And
Seems
they're
rather smooth.
What'd you say?
Seems pretty smooth.
Yep.
Did you check for any trees on the tracks or anything?
I have, yes. I've already run all the way the entire line that we've gotten finished so far.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. Now, see, below us there is the log run. That takes logs to the sawmill. And over on the left there, off in the distance, you can see the cordwood line. That takes cordwood from the logging camp down to the smelter for fuel. And we're making our big 180 here. One of two fairly large turns in the route. And now we're going to work our way along the mountainside here.
What's your regulator at?
50.
Wow, and we're empty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pull. We'll be fine though. This engine I've tested with 8 cars loaded, and we've made it up to the coal mine and all that stuff, so we should be fine. Famous last words, right?
Yeah.
All aboard.
Well, this is nice.
Yep.
I think it'd be pretty cool too to have a couple of trains running the same track, like same route. I think that'd be pretty cool too.
Well, we may end up having to do that depending on how busy we get. That would be really cool. You see down there, we did that nice road work down there. Micah did all that, providing a road bed for the train. You can see here, there's the whole valley, the whole logging valley in front of us there. And looking back over that way is our sawmill. And I think over this way is where our, that's where the other industries are. Back over here. This might be, I think this is the freight depot back here. And what we've done here is you'll see this, there's a valley that runs along behind the smelter. So what we're doing is now we're going to flip over here through this mountain pass. We're going to call this Micah's Pass because this Micah had run the tracks first and then we tore them down and redid them. You haven't seen how this goes, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Here's how we did it.
Yeah, you got it to the other side, okay.
And once we pass over that hump right there, we're on the way down now. So I'm going to cut the regulator, and we're going to coast the rest of the way. I don't think we'll need any throttle going through, but we might need a little bit. But so, yeah, so here you can see down there we've done some really serious road works. See that? Look down to the right, Micah, on that back wall. See all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That took me a long time and some swear words. Yes, it's some bad words doing that.
Yeah, because you fall and you have to run all the way back around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, what a nightmare. So this grade is 1.5% all the way down to the yard. So a nice, easy grade for our engine. Not too much going down, not too much coming back. But quite a feat of engineering here.
Yeah.
If you guys ever saw the movie Castle in the Sky, this reminds me of that so much. Like when they have a big train chase, and they're on all these platforms like this, but they have switches and stuff, and then the worst happens, and the car falls off the track, and they all fall down into a mine. And it's like
give away the ending.
I'll tell you what. Well, no, that's only part of it. It's not the ending. I seriously, while working on this section of track, I was getting like if I started to slip or whatever, it made my stomach feel funny. I was like, whoa. You can see there's the snowy peaks back there, and we've seen we'll be coming over the smelter here in a few minutes. But really, this is not that long of a run, so it's not too bad time-wise. It takes about 6-7 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but I don't know, roughly 7 or 8 minutes to get through this pass. There's one section down there I got to finish, Mr. Micah, right below us. It needs some supports. But there's the smelter ahead of us. And that curve looks a little sharp, but all right. And once again, there's our Climax parked down there with all those coal cars.
Do you see that gap in the trees that go up to the mountain up there? Across?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, like a power line was run there.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
So now we're up on that trestle that you guys saw before, and before us lies all of Iron Valley, from the iron mine way off in the distance to the smelter down here at the bottom. Yes, Mr. Micah.
We could bring that line to come back around these trees to make that loop bigger for the smelter.
Like to expand the loop?
Yeah, to expand it maybe. I don't know.
You're like, I don't know. I would never mind. No, actually, or we could see it like down there where it switches in. We could make a Y there. And have a second line curve in and connect to that so that train could just go right out straight up the hill. The world is our oyster. I think I might do that, actually. You can see here we're making nice time down the hill. So this was a lot of fun. I stayed up way too late doing this. I think I got home about 2 o'clock in the morning from visiting my kids. And then went straight on here and worked on this until about 6 o'clock in the morning. So about 4 hours of work went into all of this. Maybe 5 hours, plus what we did on stream. So don't forget to check our streams out. We stream this game every Monday night. If you like what you see and you want to come watch us live, we usually start about 7 o'clock-ish. And you're welcome to join if you have the game. We'd love you to be part of the series and come on and run trains for us and with us. And so here's where we join up with Jurassic Park's coal line. I think we're clear. It looks like we're clear. And so what we do here is our train is going to peel off to the left, though. However, Mr. Micah, I think, we're going to... I want to put these cars in the middle siding.
Okay.
Or the far right siding, whichever. Just not on the main line. And so these cars are going to be for the iron train to bring up. Bring. Do. That stupid dang song is still running through my head after days. And so this train will park here, and hopefully someone from the smelter will bring up loads of iron, like beams and rails, and I can then take those on up from here. This line dead ends right now, but that's going to continue on to the coal mine from here, and I'll take those, whatever the coal mine needs. Would you remember, does the coal mine need both rails and beams, or does it just need just rails?
I think it needs a wood product and a steel product.
Okay, so I have the map. Hang on one second, folks. So as you can see here, I have made a handy-dandy chart of what needs what. Okay, so our smelter, we are looking here at the coal mine. Right now we're parked right along here in this area. And the coal mine needs beams and rails. So we're going to be bringing, I'm going to have 8 cars of beams and then probably 8 cars of rails, and we're going to run that from here all the way up 16 cars.
How are we going to get the rails here?
That's okay. So what we're doing right now at this location, this is where they're going to go. So we're going to park this train here. Somebody using the Heisler or the Climax, I'm sorry, that's parked down at the mill is going to come up here. They're going to grab these empties. They're going to take them down to the smelter, and they're going to fill this up with rails. Okay?
How do they get to the smelter from here?
They're right down there. That's what that cross track is. Remember, we had that switch down here. Follow me. Come here.
Oh, so you're going to go back up, halfway up the hill, and then go back down. Okay.
Yeah. See this right over here?
Okay.
Across this ditch is another switch. That switches them over to the track that goes down to the smelter, and they'll just take that down to the smelter. They'll fill it up with rails and bring it back up here and park it. And so what we'll have is we'll always have we'll have an empty car up here, a full car. And as this train comes by, the Mogul, our Mogul will come by with 8 beam cars. They're going to stop back into the siding and pick up those 8 cars of rails, right? And they're going to continue on up to the coal mine. And then when they come back,
cars.
right? And then when they come back, they're going to drop 8 of these cars empty off, and then head on back to the lumber mill.
That Mogul's going to be able to hold 16 cars?
I think so. As long as we keep the grade under 2%, we should be fine. I think. If not, we'll have to rethink some stuff. If we need a helper, we may have to park a helper engine up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that it will. But once again, that's going to come with testing. That's why we need to be when we run this route to the coal mine, we really got to watch how much grade we put into it. We want to make it as flat as possible.
We should have grabbed the Betsy. We should have towed Betsy with us.
Oh, why?
Oh, we're
going to take this engine back. We're leaving these cars here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this engine's going to go back with us. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video as we took a tour of all the new things that are happening on our route. Once again, don't forget you can come play with us on Monday nights. Sometimes we do it other times too, but Monday night's the big night. And we will see you soon. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Micah, you want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. So long.